All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Friday, February 17th, 2022, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you joining me this morning and every morning at the same time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just want to give a heads up. This Friday, obviously, is the start of a nice long weekend. We have President's Day on Monday. So no Morning Note on Monday, no market on Monday. So enjoy your 3-day holiday. I know I will get some rest and recovery. Trading does take a lot of mental toll. You're always on top of things. So traders, enjoy your holiday. Today is OPEX, options expiry day, triple witching. So we may get some volatility. Let's go ahead and go around the horn and talk about it. Dow futures down 116 points off the lows. NASDAQ down 0.74 off the lows. S&P 500 at 40.77. You can see I have the 4-hour chart in front of me. We'll talk about that here in a second. The Russell's down 0.43%. Crude oil, 76.12 a barrel, down 3.33%. Looks like a demand issue. I don't know if you guys have noticed, gas prices are falling a little bit. $2.57 per gallon, 2.70% to the downside. Gold futures down 0.87% this morning, 18.35. Silver futures down nearly 2% at 21.29. The dollar is up 0.52%. We're going to go ahead and chart that together as always. 104.39. 10-year Treasury yield 3.88%, up 1.17%. In terms of the yields, 20.87. We're above 20 on the VIX, 3.47% to the upside. Getting a little bounce there. Euro dollar down 32 pips, 106.37. Dollar yen is up 71 pips, 134.66. Pound dollar down 15 pips, 119.71. Bitcoin futures, we did tap 25,000, rejected it. We're now at 23,890. 1664 for Ethereum, down 1.39% this morning. All right, I got a question this morning from Zoom Balloon. There you go. Good morning. Good morning. Are you swinging anything next week or playing by ear off what happens today? Well, again, we've had a pretty great week. DraftKings, I still have that runner. I had the 18 calls. We are now trading at $19.65 a share pre-market. They beat on their earnings. They hit $20. So I'll probably see about that runner, probably take it this morning for a little bit of gains. I still have Apple calls. We were green yesterday, and then what happened is right at towards the end of the day, a Fed, he's not even a voter, it's so funny. I want to get the name. I want to say it's Harkin. What was it that's had a Bullard? Bullard said he advocated for a 50 basis point rate increase last meeting. I wouldn't rule out a 50 basis point March hike. Yada, yada, yada. Recent data have made markets realize that the fight against inflation will be a long one. Yeah, man. What else is new? It's always the Fed speakers, right? That's kind of the deal. The Fed speakers are always talking, and there's more now from Fed Barkin. Here we go. Let's see, seen some progress on inflation with demand normalizing. I mean, it's just a lot of Fed talk. That's what we're getting. And again, we talked about seasonality. We talked about that with February, towards the tail end of February, being weaker. That is nothing new. We kind of, in a weird way, expected this. And in my opinion, again, nothing has really broken. So again, you could take a look at the S&P 500 on a 4-hour chart. You could see that support here on the 1st of February. And then again on the 9th of February. As long as we hold above 40-60 level, I think we're going to be okay. You're pretty much just kind of ping-ponging around. Towards the tail end of February, guys, seasonality has shown that it's going to be slower. We're going to go ahead and pull back a little bit, which is completely normal. That's not the worst thing in the world. Gives opportunity for people to take some profit, or for those who want to buy dips, which is completely normal, as we know. Here is the breakdown of this. Beware the latter half of February, one of the weakest times of the year, starting the 15th. We are now the 16th. Maybe we get a little bump up here on the 17th. That's completely normal ahead of a long weekend. And then probably 18th and 19th, we slow down a little bit. And again, we probably fade back out for a bit. So maybe we do break this support level. But really the key kind of massive level of support is really right around the 4,000 level, that trend line. Again, I drew that already for you guys in regards to the technicals. Let me see if I can get this going here. Here, I drew this on here on Coifin, and I drew this here. Here's the S&P 500 spot, and now it's trading at 41.47, right? and you could say, and I wrote here, a hotter than expected CPI number could get us to the previous trend line resistance or even the 200 MA support. We didn't get that. CPI was okay. This will coincide with the S&P 500 pre-election seasonality of a mid-February dip. We just haven't got it yet. So again, you have to get to around 39.53 SPX spot in order to tap that trend line, and we expected that. But again, it hasn't been just exactly flush either. Bulls are defending these levels here. I mean, we defended that trend line a little bit. Then we had that Fed headline, and we've been kind of sinking a little bit overnight. But we've talked about how futures market overnight sells it, and then the U.S. cash session has been buying it. So again, until really 40-60 breaks, I'm not really looking to do anything here. At least in the S&P 500. Even Apple's kind of holding up a little bit. I have some Apple calls for next week and the DraftKings. That's it. I even posted on Instagram that really it's okay to just sit in cash for a little bit. Next week's going to be a short week. And those short weeks are really, really difficult. So again, I really don't want a lot of risk on the board ahead of a short week. So again, I'll be watching very closely and see if we do break down a little more. Maybe we could play some puts, or we get a bounce maybe above 41.11. And we could play some calls. Again, it just really depends. The dollar index you could see here on my top right hand side here. 105 is my resistance. Again, we're above the 50. We're above the 20. We talked about how momentum above the 20 is important. But again, really the 200 MA is going to be key because nothing good happens below the 200-day moving average. So again, 106.42 being the second level of resistance, 105 being the next. We'll see how equities respond if the dollar keeps going higher. Good morning, Carlos. Thoughts on BA? I'm in February 24th, 220 calls. Let's take a look at it. Okay, BA. We played BA this week. We caught that. Thankfully, we did because we tanked it. So let's see the 220 calls for Feb 24, which would be next week. On the hourly, looks difficult, but at least on the daily, we are holding up this 20-day moving average. That has to be your support. The 20-day moving average, you have to hold at least above 210, but you may be running out of time. So this week, I guess, if you do break below 210, you may have to cut your losses on that one because, again, we talked about how that 20 MA is a big deal in terms of momentum. But again, I expect at least today with OPEX to really just be choppy. I don't expect a big move up or a big move down. I just expect a lot of choppiness, a lot of 0 day to expiry options that are going to be rolled over. And again, you're going to get just a lot of this up and down. Not really tradable, in my opinion, unless you're really risky and you want to do some crazy, same day expiries, which I don't want to do. I have 2 DraftKings 21 calls that expired today. Would it be best to sell at the open or first couple of candles? Are you swinging draft calls for next week? No, I'm going to take my DraftKings runner today. It is deep in the money. It expires next week. So I'm going to take it and move on with my day, move on with my life. In terms of DraftKings 21, I think you take it. I think you take it first thing in the morning. You could leave a runner if you want, but I would just take the profits, close the books, enjoy your long weekend. Nothing good happens on the 200 MA on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute chart. No, just on the daily. The daily moving average. It's from a book. It's from what's his name? He was such a great trader. He worked for Fidelity. Peter Lynch. There you go. Peter Lynch says nothing good happens below the 200-day moving average. So that's just something I like to repeat because it's a really good piece of advice in a sense. It's really funny. So Boeing, yeah, again, unless you break below 210, I think you can hold it here because it's holding the 20-day moving average. Again, that's the momentum indicator. But other than that, breaks 210, it's probably going to be continue to go down. Remember, there's a gap to fill too. Right here at 191.09. That could be filled. I don't think it will. You still have a nice upward trend on Boeing. Amazon been consolidating. How do you feel about the 100 calls for next week? Let's do it. Amazon. We did fill this upward gap here at 108.86. You do have a downward gap here at 90. So again, a break. See 90, 89, 92. I would say a break of 95. I would probably take a look at those puts. And you're right, it has been consolidating a little bit. I don't think there's really any edge here unless you're breaking down below 95, and you could take a look at this gap fill to around 90. That's probably the only thing to play on Amazon. I would not play upside calls on Amazon. Amazon actually is just staying pretty ugly price action, just not much going on there. There's Microsoft that's doing better, Apple is doing better, there's so many, Meta's doing better. So many other names out there that are doing better than Amazon right now, at least in the tech sector, even though they're a retailer, I know. But in terms of the other stocks in that kind of same peer group, Amazon is definitely underperforming. So before you start buying any Amazon, you really need to get above 115, that trend line there. But until then, I don't think it's anything to do on Amazon, to be honest. Any plans this weekend? Yes, the plan is to do a video after the bell today. That'll be the recap for the week. We'll go over the week. We'll preview next week. So I won't do the newsletter this week. We're just going to do a video. I'll kind of alternate between the newsletter and the video. So I'll do a video today after the bell. We'll go over a couple of things, and that'll be the weekly newsletter. We'll go over the charts. We'll go over the upcoming economic reports and kind of the general feeling of where the market ended today and go from there. Let's see, traders, in terms of the weekend, other than that, probably walk on the beach. That's it. Enjoy. I like to sit outside and just enjoy the water, get some sun. Lord knows I need it. But other than that, not really much. Just relaxing. Maybe have a drink after I do the video. Much needed. Traders Almanac says down the following 3 days on SPY after President's Day. Ooh, okay. I haven't looked at the almanac for next week yet, but I'll definitely take a look. A good call. We'll keep an eye on it. Again, that kind of lines up, Austin, with the seasonality of February, where we're going to get a dip towards the end of February. So don't be surprised we fall a little more. That's okay. Again, now we know. We'll see if it follows that kind of game script, and we'll take it day by day. Last question. What are you, SPY or SPX levels to the downside? Oh, let's go and take a look at SPY. All right, let's take a look at some downside levels. We'll go to the 4-hour because it still kind of lines up with S&P 500 futures. Really 405 being your support here. Let's do that. 405 being support. If that does break, I'll see if we can settle a little bit or get a little more action. And then you have 400 right there at the 200 on the 4-hour chart. So, 400 to 398 isn't terrible. I mean, I think I'm okay with playing puts. I don't have an issue doing that, but I need some continuation. So again, a break of 405, we know the seasonality. Hey, maybe we get a shot to go to 400 and we catch those puts, but I want to see a 405 breaks first. Hey, can you extend a special rate for signals to subscription? It's $250 US, but I'm in Canada, so it's over $350. Ah, the damn dollar. JJ, go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and email me. Email us, garcapital@gmail.com. You could put the subject matter Carlos, and I'll go ahead and forward it to my back office and see what we can do to adjust that for you. We definitely love our friends up on the northern border of the US and Canada. How about the United game? 2-2. I didn't get to watch it. But again, it's great to, well, that's Europa League. I hate to say that. I hate to poo-poo the Europa League because United's in it. But, I mean, Champions League is where it's at. Next week, Real Madrid's playing Liverpool. Anytime Real Madrid plays, I'm definitely in. Anytime I can watch Liverpool lose, I'm definitely in. So we'll see. Can you repeat the email? Yes, here's the email. Sorry about that. I may talk too fast. Here, I typed it for you. garcapital@gmail.com. Just go ahead and put my name on the subject line so the back office doesn't miss it. And we'll see what we can do for you, man. We'd love to have you on board. And a great week all around. We hit DraftKings, we had Boeing. We also hit, let me see what else we got. I'll go over it towards the tail end of the day. Let me see. We hit DraftKings, Tesla, Boeing, and Palantir this week. So excellent work. We'll go over that on the newsletter today. So with that being said, join me today, later today. Let's call it 4:15. 4:15, we'll do the recap video, and we'll go over the market and go over a couple of things, answer some questions. I'll go over the week. I'll preview next week. And again, that'll be the newsletter, and then I can enjoy the rest of my weekend. No football, I know, but whatever. We'll find some stuff to do. I mean, worst case, I'll just jump on the Call of Duty for a little bit and then get upset and stop playing in 10 minutes. That's usually the case. So we'll go ahead and leave it there, guys. Again, nothing really to get excited for. I don't want to kind of dampen anyone's mood. It's an OPEX day. More than likely, even if you shut off the computer today, you're going to be fine. I mean, just really don't beat yourself up. I'll be watching as always, but again, I don't have any high expectations for today. So expect choppiness. I'll be watching as always with the team. We'll keep it locked on the blog, keep it locked on Twitter. Twitter's always free for you guys. Market commentary on news. But DraftKings, I will take in the morning. I'll take a screenshot. I'll send it to the Discord channel. Appreciate you guys as always. Have a great weekend all. But I will see you guys at 4:15 today to go over the rest of the day and the week. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you in a couple of hours. Cheers, guys.